think a sunburn is the only thing you can get on a beautiful beach? That lying on a 5-star resort beach in a tropical country is without any dangers? Wrong. In this episode, I'm going to tell you something about 2 common parasitic infections which you can get at a tropical beach. Dog hookworms. Hookworms are a type of parasitic worm that can enter the human body through the skin, usually through the feet, and cause skin irritation, anemia, and other symptoms. When dogs defecate on the beach, the hookworm eggs and larvae can be deposited in the sand. The larvae can survive in the environment for several weeks, waiting for a new host to come in contact with them. Humans can become infected with dog hookworms by walking barefoot on contaminated sand or coming into contact with infected soil. The larvae can penetrate the skin, usually through the feet or legs, and travel through the body, causing a condition called cutaneous larva migrans, also known as creeping eruption. This condition can cause a red, itchy rash and, in severe cases, can lead to secondary bacterial infections. The tracks may be accompanied by other symptoms such as swelling, blisters, and pimple-like bumps. Cutaneous larva migrans is not a serious condition, but it can be uncomfortable and persistent if left untreated. Treatment usually involves medication to kill the hookworm larvae, as well as topical treatments to relieve itching and inflammation. In most cases, the condition clears up within a few weeks with treatment. The disease is commonly found in warm and tropical regions of the world, particularly in areas with poor sanitation and where people may walk barefoot on contaminated soil or sand. The condition is most prevalent in the Caribbean, South America, Southeast Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Specifically, cutaneous larva migrans is found in areas where infected dogs have access to sandy soil, such as beaches, parks, and playgrounds. The larvae of dog hookworms can survive in soil or sand for weeks or months and can infect humans when they come into contact with the larvae through the skin. Prevention of cutaneous larva migrans involves avoiding contact with contaminated sand, wearing shoes and protective clothing when walking in areas where the infection is common, and ensuring that pets are regularly dewormed to reduce the risk of infection. Sand fleas. Sand fleas are a type of small crustacean that lives in the sand. While they are generally harmless, their bites can be painful and cause skin irritation. When the female flea burrows into the skin, it can cause a tungiasis and can cause severe itching, pain, and inflammation. The flea itself is called Tunga penetrans, also known as the jigger flea. The flea burrows into the skin, usually on the feet, but it can also infest other parts of the body such as the hands, legs, and buttocks. Once the flea burrows into the skin, it feeds on the blood of its host and begins to lay eggs. The eggs hatch in the skin, and the larvae feed on the host's tissue, causing severe inflammation, itching, pain, and sometimes infection. Tungiasis is a common problem in many parts of the world, particularly in rural and poverty-stricken areas where people may not have access to adequate housing or health care. It can be a debilitating disease, causing mobility issues and affecting quality of life. Treatment usually involves removing the flea and any embedded larvae, as well as administering antibiotics to prevent infection. The disease is endemic in many parts of Africa, including West and Central Africa, East Africa, and Madagascar. It is also found in parts of South and Central America, including Brazil, Ecuador, and the Caribbean islands. The disease has also been reported in some parts of Asia, including India and Pakistan. Overall, tungiasis is most prevalent in areas with warm, sandy environments where the Tunga penetrans flea can thrive. Prevention of the disease involves wearing shoes and protective clothing when in areas where Tunga penetrans is prevalent.